So part of my routine is my green juice. Now, I make my own in my NutriBullet and my huge juicer that like takes forever to clean, but I'm so stoked because now this is not advertising. I do not get paid for this. I have like 26 subscribers. But Suja, which usually sells their products in something like this small for like $3.99, is now selling a green juice with spirulina and all that really good stuff for your intestines to help you go potty in a big jug, okay, which I didn't really get the ounces and all that, but I can tell you right now, it's at least 20 decent servings, you know, I mean, like of a cup or whatever. For me, that would be like 10, but it's only $9.99. So this is part, I'm gonna set you up on my cappuccino maker. Look at my cappuccino maker that my husband bought the Fam Bam. He loves some good coffee. I, however, usually make myself an iced coffee in the morning, so what I'll do is I'll use the espresso part of the cappuccino maker, and then I get ice and coconut milk, and I mix it in my NutriBullet. I put it in my NutriBullet, and then it mixes it. Not me. Anyway, so I am going to give myself a serving, and I shook it, right? God, I wish y'all could give me, like, talk to me. So, you see all these marks and stuff? Well, those are going to be gone when I do my makeup tutorial. So, I'm going to take this with me. Oh, one more thing. I love these masks from, you can get them at Walmart. This is my favorite collagen. By the way, I was a licensed esthetician, so I love skincare. This is really fun from Walmart. You can get it. It's Maskology. Anyway, it's a collagen with speckles of gold in it. I love it. I put mine in the fridge because cold kind of gets down the inflammation. Okay, so I'm not very good at editing yet, and my other two videos leading up to this one, I'm really hoping I can somehow incorporate them, but if not, I will have to do that another day. So we'll just start with this tutorial. So this is kind of what I do. I don't do my makeup out here usually, although the light is really good out here, so I probably should. But I have this mirror I got at Walmart. Oh, that's really close. Oh, that's even closer. Okay, let's get started. So, you see why I said the 20 portions turns into 10? I should just say 5. This is so good. The ingredients, I'll have to read it off. It's a lot, but you can get it at Trader Joe's. Probably Whole Foods too, but Trader Joe's is cheaper. So let's get started. So these are all my brushes and all my stuff. This is not supposed to be in there. It's a cuticle cutter. And oh, squirrel! I get a little sidetracked. Okay, oh gosh. Y'all gotta come with me. Ouch, that's gonna leave a mark. I am a germ freak. So I need to get my alcohol spray and my baby wipes. So I think I posted a video this morning. I might be post happy right now because I just started this. But in the mornings I just use baby wipes with the cucumber. This is cute. They're hypoallergenic cucumber and vitamin E. With my unique, while I'm here, with my unique rose water spray. So while I'm here, I do my reverse regimen because it is quite expensive. I do that every other day. A certain time of the month, I have to use the Unblemished moisturizer. But I will say that my high frequency, this guy, you turn it on and you zap certain areas. For scars, I do this. Well, let me set you down because if that other video doesn't work. So oh, it's not plugged in. Y'all, unprepared or unstable should be my middle name. We will also have a tutorial on why I go by my middle name instead of my first, and why I legally changed it, and why I get mad if anybody says Tamra. We will have a video on that. So this gets rid of inflammation. It's antibacterial. It's called a high frequency machine. You can buy it off Amazon for $19.99. It does make you a little red for a couple minutes, but it's worth it. This is from that ringworm scarring. I didn't know it was ringworm at first. I just thought it was a really bad zit that wouldn't go away. I should have known better. Okay, so you do that on a clean skin, and I just got out of the shower. Now, this is my alcohol spray. I'm constantly doing that. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing an acid peel for my next video. So tomorrow we'll do Acid Peel Tuesday. I try to do peels between 10 and 21 days apart. I do have some hyperpigmentation and scarring. We'll also talk about supplements that I take. This is for mental refreshment. This is also good for your skin. It's called DHEA. I always forget the order. And I don't think I'm dyslexic. I'm a lot of things, but I don't think I'm dyslexic. So anyway, this is my arsenal. You know, I love Soap and Glory too. I get it from Target. I kind of switch it up. My unique products are actually in the shower. Because I do switch it up, because my medical grade stuff is kind of strong, but I think it's important to have retinol and vitamin C in your life, particularly if you give yourself peels. But rose water toner and this is all I use in the morning. Excuse me, my nose itches. Because you don't want to overwash your face. It'll over dry it. What did I come in here for? Oh, I needed those. Right. Brookie cookie. Now, if I make a mistake on my makeup today, I'm going to have to use, I ran out of Q-tips, so I'm going to take these with me. I'm going to have to use, God, the cotton round. Jeez, my nutties. Okay, so we're going on 7 minutes here. Oi, oi. Okay, so I hope you guys are still with me. You know, I'm gonna try and edit, but I get so excited that I just want to post it. Okay, so I hope this is good lighting. Okay, so I start off. I love this stuff. Bucha green juice, a whole big jug of it. I'll show it to you again. In case you're just tuning in. Like, this is a real show. This excites me. A couple things. I'm gonna do a 10 facts about me kind of thing. But I tried my hand at acting, took some, did some stuff at Lee Strasberg with an ex who actually graduated from there. So he got me in, got to be on the Lee Strasberg stage, and we filmed a series that we shopped around, and a couple of times we got some bites, but it didn't quite make it. So, but then, we go into my, hold on one second. We go into my journey with drugs, which really took me away from, my dreams. And we'll be doing an interview with my dad. Now, I'm also going to explain how Dave Weideman became my dad, because my real dad's never been in my life. And it's funny because everyone thinks we look alike, but he's not my real father, but he might as well be. He has been there for me through everything, and it's really cool that he chose me. I had no idea who he was when I met him. I was very, very young. This is over 20 years ago, and this is a whole other subject. But I am going to do an interview with him this week, and he is the most honest, true person in the world. So I just want to make sure, because I call him Dad. Not everybody, understands the dynamic. My mom is not married to the man she's been with for 30 some years, and I call him Dad too, but the connection that I have with Dave is completely different. There's no comparison, and it's unfortunate, but there's just no comparison. So anyway, so let's get started with my makeup tutorial. I plan on telling you all that stuff with makeup on, because I just feel like, I don't know. I love makeup and it's fun, but I I kind of feel like me and Raw Brooklyn without makeup. So I guess telling you all that stuff, maybe I won't do all my interviews with makeup. I don't know. I'm still trying to find my shtick. How about you guys leave comments down below when you subscribe down below, and let me know. Like, you know what I mean? I've been called fake in my life. I've been called narcissistic. I've been called a lot of things, and no one really knows who I really am. And it took me many years to find out who I really was. And really, I've always been here, but it's about who you are around everybody else. And I was always known as a chameleon. Like, I could be whoever you wanted me to be. And it was a big struggle when I dated, when I was dating. And a lot of times I dated musicians because my dad was, managing bands or doing, so I was around that. And then, of course, I met the one person I actually truly married. I've been engaged a few times, but who I actually married, Cal Baldler, who had just gotten drafted in the NBA. And that was like a fluke that I met him because I had just come to Atlanta like 3 weeks earlier. And my plan was to go back to Los Angeles, where I'd been at 15. And, and just, boom, I meet Cal. I was living in a model apartment above Click, which is an agency I'm still with, Holla. And so actually, yeah, we'll talk about how I'm going to start working again soon. I have a music video coming up, and I'm so excited. And then I have this really crazy photo shoot coming up. Like, you know what? We'll talk about that when it comes. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do this makeup tutorial. Why? You know what? Let's just make this raw. I'll do a makeup tutorial separate because you know what? This is Raw with Brooklyn, and what's coming up this week is now a separate makeup tutorial, a chemical peel, because skincare is something that I am trained in. I went to school for aesthetics in 2010-11. I worked in the industry and also at a home spa for a full 3.5 years, and then I've been sort of in and out. But I still do my friend's skin for pretty much free because I'm a giver. I'm only a taker from my ex-husband. I need to work on that. He's been kind of mad at me about money. In fact, I really need help budgeting. Anybody out there know how to help me budget? Because everybody assumes because my husband played in the NBA, or ex-husband who I'm reconciling with, that's a whole nother subject, played in the NBA, they think we're worth all this money. Well, the money's gone because I was super stupid and I was on drugs and I made a lot of mistakes. And he let me because he loved me. A lot of people will call it enabling, and I guess it was, but he just wanted me to be okay. Oh, this is shameless advertising for Younique. Younique is the only makeup I use, by the way, because I have very sensitive skin, if you can't tell. That's from the ringworm still healing, but just in general, I have very sensitive skin, hyperpigmentation. I always forget how to say it, but it's like when you're pregnant, you get the pregnancy kind of face. I had porcelain skin until Lily, she gave me the pregnancy face. And then also, if something was cut wrong, and I was a downer, I was a heroin addict, if something was cut wrong, particularly with methamphetamine, I would pick my face. And so I have a little bit of scarring from that, and it sucks. But the skincare from Rodan & Fields and from Younique and from just the machines that I have, microcurrent, high frequency, and chemical peels are healing that. There's just that one scar that's being a little stubborn. Wow, what am I going to name this video? I don't even know. But, so again, I'm going to do 10 facts about me. I don't know if anybody cares. Maybe one day they will. And that's coming up this week. Chemical peel is coming up. I'm going to go ahead and do one tomorrow. Like I said, the scar's being stubborn. I'm going to do a makeup tutorial today because I promised that. But right now, I'm just giving you a quick talk about the guy, kind of my life, and the guy, Dave Weiderman, that became my dad and just happens to be a former musician. He played with the Yardbirds, Donna Summers, and a bunch of cool people. He also was head of promotions at Guitar Center. He is the founder of the Rock Walk on Sunset, and he's just the coolest guy ever. But most important, he is the most caring, loving, and honest person that I've ever met in my life, and he's taught me just how to live a more authentic and truthful life. And the only other person that's ever done that for me is my sister, Jennifer Schultzstead, and my ex-husband, Cal. But there's a dynamic between sisters and a dynamic between husbands that you just don't get. That's you listen, you hear it, you want to emulate it, but when a father figure, a dad, talks to you about it, and someone who's so successful, and he chose me. To be chosen as a daughter, by the way, I'm his only child, so to be chosen as his daughter has been the most humbling, it's just been something that I can't explain. Because when I met him, I was a mess. When I met him, I was young and I was hanging out with musicians far too much older than me. I'd already had by that point an abortion, a child at a really young age that I wasn't taking care of because I couldn't. And I was already using drugs intravenously. I was a mess. And he had this huge office with all this expensive equipment, guitars from Slash, who would pop into the office every now and then, Gavin Rossdale, Travis Barker, all these people. And he would let me sit in his office high off my rocker, 105 pounds at 5'8". He would leave the office and trust me with all these things around me that I could have certainly pawned. And to be trusted when I had no business being trusted was the greatest gift that anybody had given me. Because I didn't steal from him. And I just had the utmost respect. And just a love that is as deep as the love I have for my children. And it's really amazing to be chosen when you feel like your whole life you've kind of been in the way. An accident, not planned, mistake. Things would have been a lot easier if you weren't born. Well, this just turned weird. Good thing I didn't put makeup on. And don't get me wrong, I love my mom and my stepdad, but when you criticize and you make someone feel worthless when clearly they already did, because I never wanted to be a drug addict. I never wanted to stick needles in my arm. I never wanted to be that girl. I had dreams. I had plans. I had opportunities that many people don't get, being married to an NBA player and having a dad who at that point was even one of the chairmen of SAG. I had opportunities. He got me a meeting with Urban Universal, which did sign me, and I was going to do the movie Hustle and Flow, which actually Taryn Manning got that part. But I was kicked off the set at my third audition because a rig popped out of my purse, because my insecurities and my shame, after a bunch of therapy, I found out that I have, they have a label for everything, but I live shame-based because my mom, felt that it was okay to say that I was an accident, or that I wasn't planned, or that my dad's an asshole and he never wanted, to be a dad to me. I've met my real father probably 3 or 4 times in my whole life, and he's nothing to me, and apparently I'm nothing to him. I wish him well. I hope he's okay, but I don't know him. That's part of the reason why I go by the middle name Brooke, which then became a nickname Brooklyn, which I've legally changed. Like 18 years ago, because my biological father named me Tamra, and I hate that name with a passion. I hate everything about it, and I always have, because it reminds me of a person who didn't want me. And of a person my mom talked about almost daily as the worst person in the world, and I'm 50% him, you know. So don't do that. One of the best things I can say about, and this I'm ADD, so I'm switching to another subject, but it's sort of the same. There's so many things that I could say about Cal Bowler, was my husband, now my ex-husband. Now we're living together, thinking about reconciling. We're working on it. We don't know. We'll see. But he never talked bad about me to the children, ever. You know, we've talked to the children about what I've been through and what I've gone through. And the only thing I haven't talked to my children about are, you know, my abortions, which still break my heart, and my suicide attempts. The worst one, where I was in the ICU for 10 days, was when I was 17. I'd had an abortion, and and then of course later having children at such a young age and just not knowing what to do. But let me tell you something. That didn't hinder me, because the Lord still blessed me by giving me a man who loved me, even though not all my children are his. Still financially supported me when I went to Los Angeles to live my dreams. That I screwed up. So the only person that stood in my way was me. I don't blame anybody. I take full account. So I don't know what I'm going to name this video. But I have a lot of really cool things coming up this week. I've had a pretty cool, interesting life, but I screwed it up because of drugs and because I didn't feel worthy when I was, because we all are worthy. And we all are meant for greatness, and there's enough room for all of us. So I'm gonna actually end this video and I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I guess it's just a part of me that I shared with you. So thanks for watching, and subscribe below, because this channel and my brand is raw with Brooklyn. So the only thing I can tell you is that there's going to be a lot of different things on this channel, but it's all going to be real, and who I am and what I'm about. And it's an accountability for me, and it's a place for an outlet for me. I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I've been around fame and money. It's not what it's cracked up to be. But I am trying to help people who have struggled. I had a huge craving for heroin this past weekend, and it was really, really hard. And it's an everyday fight. People can hide behind all this makeup or Chick-fil-A or exercise or whatever it is. But I don't want to hide anymore. So maybe I won't do a lot of my tutorials with makeup on. Maybe that'll be my shtick. I don't know. Sometimes a girl wants to look pretty. I will tell you though, I did blow dry my hair for you, and I hate blow drying my hair. But I do feel like that definitely makes me feel better about myself when my hair is done. By the way, I'm taking a huge amount of biotin because my hair was down to here this time last year. So that's, every now and then you'll see me with extensions, and on that day, I'm really missing my hair. So I think I have to burp. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Raw with Brooklyn. So listen, subscribe down below. Like my video if you want. Ask me questions, leave comments. I don't care if they're bad or good. I want to know what you think, because my goal in doing this is to not only help others, but to help myself, because everybody deserves to feel good. Everybody deserves to have a place in this world where they feel fulfilled. And, no more secrets, no more lies. So holla at your girl. My Facebook is my name, Brooklyn T. Bowdler. And my Instagram is Brooklyn1981. And this is Let's Talk Raw, Brooklyn. In 90 days, I might switch that to Brooklyn Let's Talk Raw. I don't know. But there's always going to be the word raw in it. Because I'm always going to be real and raw. And wow, this took a turn. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Again, always be real, always be authentic. And join me for the next time on Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn.